Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the D-Arts WARGREYMON. This is the older version, obviously. The new one that's coming out is SH Figure Arts. Different design, not based on the same design, so it's not really fair to compare them, so I'm going to try to avoid doing that. This one is really cool though. It's a really nice figure. It's not perfect, but I do like it, and I think most of you will too. So let's get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, this guy stands roughly 5 3/4 inches tall, which makes him just about 14 centimeters to the top of his horns. He doesn't feel that small. His upper body's pretty small, but he's got the really big claws and the really big feet, so it kind of balances out. And he's got this big shield thing on his back, so it's not so bad, even though he's a little bit short. And he is really nicely painted. He's got all of this metallic silver and gold throughout his body, and he has vacuum chrome silver for the claws. So it's really nice. And it looks like there's two different shades of silver. It's not. It's all one shade, but they're at different angles. So when the light catches them, it looks like they're either darker or lighter, depending on how you're holding the figure. So that's kind of cool. And like I said, the paintwork's really nice. It's a fairly basic figure, but they did a pretty good job with it. As far as the sculpt goes, I'm pretty pleased with it. Again, some people don't like the proportions, and they're not wrong, but it's not so bad. I don't personally notice the difference because I'm not that familiar with the character design to notice minor proportion differences, so it's not a big deal. As far as accessories go, he doesn't have a lot. You can count the claws as accessories if you want to. You can pop the hands off and then the claws come off. Not sure anybody's going to really want to do that, but you can do that. You have to take the hands off, pull the claw off, then put the hand back on. So there's one, and there's two right there. That's it. You get the fireball, which is not translucent. It is hard plastic. It's painted nicely, metallic orange and red, but that's it. So not the most involved figure ever. As far as the articulation goes, the head is on a ball hinge that goes a straight peg into the head. Or, no, it's a ball peg into the head, a straight peg into the neck, I'm sorry. And then I think the neck can move on a single ball peg, but it is very limited, so don't expect to do much with that. And due to the hair, don't expect to do much with the neck at all, really, or the head. You can only move it just a little bit. So it's not the most well thought out design, I guess. These guys back here just have single simple ball pegs, so you can move them up and down a little bit and rotate them around, and that's about it. They don't really need much more than that, so it's not a problem. We have a single ball peg going into the torso for the shoulder that allows the entire thing to move around, and then we have the shoulder pad individually articulated from the shoulder itself, so you can move the arm around and the shoulder pad won't get in the way. But it's just your standard shoulder hinge, just like on a Dragon Ball figure, basically any other of the SH Figure Arts. You have a bicep swivel in there, double jointed elbow, it's all pretty standard. Really good range of motion though, so I'm pretty pleased with that. And then you have the small ball hinge for the wrist, as you would expect. Nothing real special there. Like I said, it's a very basic figure, nothing really out of the ordinary. For the most part. We have a single ball peg for the torso at the top and a single ball peg for the torso at the bottom, so you have 2 points where you can move him around, and it should be pretty good. You shouldn't have too much trouble posing him, and you should be able to get him into any poses you really need to. For the skirt pieces, they're hinged, so they won't get in the way too much. I don't think they'll really get in the way too much anyway, but they are hinged. The hips have, just like Dragon Ball Z figures, a hinged ball peg, so you can see it connects in the middle. And then you can drop it down to give yourself a little extra range of motion. Push it back up to look good. It's pretty much standard again. So we have the ball socket that the thigh can rotate around. Bring the leg up pretty far. Not a huge amount, but I think it's probably good enough. Goes out to the side, no problem really. For the knees, double jointed knee. Really nicely done. I like the design for the knee on this guy. It's not 100% perfect, but the kneecap doesn't stick out too far and it gives you a good range. So I like that. And then for the ankles, we have a really weird design. What they did is they took the pegs that are in the crotch, well, they're ball pegs, so they're hinged in the center, so they go into the center and there's a pin that lets them swivel up and down. And they basically took that exact same apparatus from the crotch and put it in the ankle, except instead of having the crotch holding it together, you just have a little pin. So you have a ball peg going into the top of the ankle, the part where they're connected in the middle, and then another ball peg at the bottom where it connects into the foot. So you technically have really good range of motion, but it's really, really ugly. So you can kind of hide that by just collapsing it, by going all the way forward and then pushing it back a little bit. But that's as good as it's going to get. If you go back, it's going to stick out for sure. But it's not the worst design. It looks like the new one's going to be much better, but it's not terrible, so I guess it's okay. So there it is. I mean, it's like I said, it's a basic figure. It looks really nice. If you like the metallic, then this is the one to get. The new one is not going to be metallic. It's all flat. It's a different design, though. It's based on the Our War game. I guess that's what it's called, version. And this is based on one of the video games. So it's a cool figure. I do recommend it. I like it a lot. I don't know if it really warrants the price it's going for currently, just based on quality alone, but since it's a secondhand price, that doesn't really matter. The secondhand price is based on demand, not the actual figure itself. So if you can get it for a decent price, or if you really like the character, then I say you should get it. It's a fun little figure, and it looks pretty cool, and it comes with a fireball. So there you go. You can put it in his claws. It just kind of wedges in there. I didn't mention it much, but that's about it. It just wedges in. You'll see in the photo. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. In the meantime, keep collecting.